Hello, Divine Ones. This is Ashley H.A. Williams for Fueling the Flame podcast, a sector of FD 1111 Ministries. So this was a question that came through on our Patreon family page, the Sacred Guild of Hashem. So our Patreon wanted to know what is the spiritual meaning of a cardinal. They have been coming to her recently, within the past couple weeks, and the same for myself as well. And I will share a little bit of my personal experience with them, and then I will go into the spiritual meaning. And some of this may be channeled information. All right. So basically, what happened to me maybe about a couple weeks ago. So I do know that it is springtime, and so maybe they're out during springtime, but remember that they don't migrate. So therefore they're around year round in their area. So they're very committed. They're very faithful. They will stay and stick out that tough weather until springtime. So that's one thing. But with that being said, I didn't see them before this question that I asked the Divine Spirit. So my grandmother passed away a couple years ago. And, I've grown up, not really being comfortable with seeking spirits or anything like that. I've had my experiences with angels and stuff like that. But as far as speaking to the dead and etc. But anyways, so just maybe about 2 weeks ago, possibly 2.5 weeks ago, from me recording this, that I asked the Divine Spirit, I said that communicating to my grandmother, Grandma, be afraid to come to me or, give me any type of information from the other side, because they say the ancestors have information from the other side. There's nothing that's holding them back from obtaining information. And I finally felt comfortable with actually doing this. And so that very next day, I started to see a red cardinal. And that same day, I seen a total of 3. And I knew, and I was like, wow. And plus the way how it felt when I seen the red cardinal. So I just Googled to see what was going on. And lo and behold, there is a plethora of information about this angelic creature. So not only are they just faithful and committed, like how I was saying, because they stay around their location year round, regardless of the weather, regardless of what happens. But this spiritual animal is compassion, wealth, confidence, spirituality, joy, regal, authority, and victory. Okay? And wealth. The reason why wealth, I really hone on that, is because of the fact of what this word stands for. So the word cardinal, a part of the word, comes from the Latin word cardio, meaning hinge or access, like a hinge on a door. Okay, and this is important because let me go back to channel messages that has been coming through for quite some time about the collective, the divine ones, not being the door, but the hinge that will open up the door for our lineage. Okay, so tying this all together about this cardinals, when cardinals start coming to you, this may not be for every single individual, but this is overall the collective message, and I'm going to singular messages, that we are changing our family's lineage. So you think about red cardinals, and even if they're not bright red, you do have the brown ones and stuff, but we're talking about the blood, the DNA, the information, how I've been making reference to that, and how the divine spirit, the ultimate source, is changing the direction of our lineage, from behavior patterns to the way how we operate and we conduct ourselves. And we're raising our consciousness, we're raising our vibration. And this is changing our physical circumstance. And with that door being open, we're talking about the floodgates of wealth. We're talking about a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of ability, but it's physical wealth as well. We're creating a new paradigm for our family lineage. And this is in so many different rich ways. Not just tangible with the loot, the Luciano, the money. That's good. But what good is it for a man, for anyone to profit the world, the 3D suppression, and to lose their soul, their higher level of consciousness. It doesn't profit anyone, okay? Because you can still be in the limited mindset. So we are elevating our consciousness. We're changing the mindset, the DNA of ourselves, literally our DNA, the information, not just the way how we communicate with ourselves. Because when you communicate with yourself a different way, therefore your brain changes and the way how the chemicals release on your brain. So therefore your DNA change. All that DNA that they call junk DNA is programmable. Dark matter right there. Okay. It's being changed. And so therefore we're handing this down to our lineage. So if you have children, guess what? On the telepathic, energetic level, they're receiving that change in the DNA. If you have not had your children as of yet, guess what? They will be birthed with that new information. And for those that you may adopt children, vibrationally, okay, whichever way you want to pronounce it, through the energetic imprint, you're imprinting on them. They're changing their DNA. They're changing on a molecular structure, how the way they process information. So therefore, they're going to do things differently. They're going to think differently. They're going to bring new circumstances in their life differently. So that's the overall collective message. Okay, so we are the hinge that is opening that door. Okay, we're ushering in that change. We're the pivotal point. That's one thing. And for those that have had their loved ones pass on to the other side, that you are being led and guided. They're nothing but a physical representation of your loved one's spirit, of your loved one's presence, as well as a reminder of victory. If you are going through trying times, that this red cardinal represents a level of victory, going to the next circumstance, I hear, going to the next level, and to keep pushing through. And really, with that victory and that shift, this really feels closely to that eagle. You know, when you see an eagle, it represents the higher level of knowledge, as well as courage and bravery. So you think about the red cardinal. They have courage, they have bravery. They stick around through the good times and the bad times. They stick around when it's good weather and bad weather. They just hustle it. They get it. They stay. You know, this is talking about being tactful. This is talking about being intuitive, I keep hearing as well, and seeing the journey through. This is talking as well about our divine partnerships. With these collective readings and channel messages about fighting through the illusion, about reputing the 3D circumstance, and with the 3D circumstance maybe showing you, okay? We're talking about activating faith. The red cardinal also represents in Christianity the manifested Christ, the Christos energy, not just with the shedding of the blood. Remember, the blood is information. So the shedding of the 3D lower suppressed information and going through the ego death for 3 days and arising with that new alchemicalized process mind. We're talking about new glory. We're talking about a victory over the 3D circumstance. We're talking about faith. Okay. So you guys hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, share, this information with more divine ones. You know, we're raising our consciousness over here. We're raising our vibration. We're ushering in the new law, the new Gaia. If you want to, you can join the family here. Make sure you hit the notification button, as well as you can join the Patreon family, the Sacred Guild of Hashem. That link is down below. Personal services. You can also visit the blog, www.fd11-11ministries.org. Once again, you guys, this is Ashley, and remember to continue to fuel the flame. All right, peace.